Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Will, and this is November 4th, 2017. Alright, so here's the aftermath of what has happened. I've been a little bit too embarrassed to go on the internet, like, for the last few days. Like, I just kind of posted up the videos and then just left. I didn't want to post up a video yesterday because, well, honestly, I waited too late. And it was just too late, and I didn't really care. So I'm making a video today to make up for what I did, and basically what I did yesterday, and just hoping for this. I was watching a few of my old videos, and as cringeworthy as they are, I realized that I do this loop thing, and I really need to notice that I'm doing this loop thing because it's annoying. It's really annoying. I always go through these periods, but this is the benefit of posting up all these videos, is that you can totally see it, and you can totally see everything, which is great. So, like, for example, on the first, like, one video, I would be, like, super massive depressed, post up that video. Then I would say that I'm going to do more videos every single day, or that I'm not going to do anything, or I'm not going to promise anything. Then I don't do a video for like about 5 months or for a few months or whatever. Then I do a video again, and then I do it again when I'm like having a breakdown period. And I'm trying to figure out what is triggering these breakdown periods. It's good that I found that, because now I know, like, I'm going in a circle. How do I make that stop? So now I'm going to a doctor on Tuesday, which, thank goodness. So I'm going to talk to the doctor and see if he could recommend like a mental health specialist, and I'm going to schedule an appointment for next week, and see if I can potentially get any help for what's happening up here. I've been kind of like, I would just say that day was kind of mental breakdown day. The first video that I made of this or whatever, that was a mental breakdown day. The following day, I just felt so sad. I felt so embarrassed. I didn't want to see anything. I didn't want to see any potential comments, whatever. But I did see your comments, and I did see what people had to say in the aftermath. Luckily, not that many people saw it, but 23 people is still a lot of people, and none of those views were from me. I didn't see anything. So there's 23 unique people. Some I know who's seen it, and some I don't know who's seen it. And so far, my family hasn't called me, nothing, so that's good. So whatever I was anticipating when making that video, and I was trying to cover all my ends, none of it happened. So I'm glad. So that was just my anxiety overreacting and just trying to think. Because one of the things that I do that's very annoying is that I have a tendency of trying to guess or trying to predict what's going to happen. So I'm thinking all these things, and I think of every scenario, and I try to think of all the scenarios I can think of and figure out how it could be or what the probability could be. It's just the way that my body works, and the way that I think, and the way I do things, is that it kind of works that if I know every aspect, it won't be a surprise. But there's infinite amount of possibilities that can happen, and therefore I can't like mentally look at everything, because then I would never go outside, and then that would be an outcome. I don't go. So the thing is that it's just, there's so many outcomes and so many possibilities that having the mind that the way that I think, it sucks. And I know the problems, and I know what I do wrong, and I know what I say, and I know everything that's going on, but for some reason I cannot combat it. It's there. It's always there, and it doesn't shut the hell up. Now, I'm not saying I'm schizophrenic. Not saying I'm schizophrenic. But what I'm saying is that I'm more like anxiety. Like, it's just like an inner voice. It's not like a voice that you clearly hear. It's just a constant thought process, and it's constantly, saying stuff to you. I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyways, as far as the chest pains go, they went away per se. They're, it's like very minuscule. It's like basically at like a 0.5 right now. I still feel something there, but it's not like whatever. The problem is that now it started moving to my arm. So yesterday, my arm was like the worst. It was like, it wasn't numb, but it just felt weird, like it felt out of alignment. So I'm thinking, oh crap, well, my heart's not hurting anymore, so that's a good thing, but my left arm is. I could breathe normally, which is good, and I could move my fingers normally, but these two fingers hurt like hell. Like they, like not like hell, but they hurt. They hurt. I clearly felt it. It was like a 5 out of a 10 pain scale. These fingers felt normal. This hand, arm, felt normal. So I talked to a friend yesterday, and he's like, he used to be a nurse, and he helped me a lot. Yesterday he told me to do like cooling pad things and things like that to try to get it. So today I feel much better, but I still have a little numbness. So I still feel something a little bit here, and I still feel something on the fingers up to like around here. So I really don't know what that is. I think it was nerve damage. So when I found out, like on my birthday, I went to rehearsal, and it just, I think like I must have pinched a nerve or something while I was at rehearsal. So I don't know what happened, but ever since then I just been having this pain in my heart that eventually kind of like spreads through here, goes to the arm, and now it's like it's there in my heart there, but it's not like I'm not feeling it as much, unless if I touch it. Now I feel it, but on a pain scale it ranges anywhere between a 1 to a 5. It doesn't go higher than that. It doesn't get crazy. So I don't think it's heart attack related. It could be nerve related. So I calmed down a bit. So that made me feel good, because I was scared, thinking like, oh my God, there's a blockage. I may have a stroke. Oh my God, you know, I may get paralyzed. And that still may be the case, but that means I'm going to live long enough to see the doctor. This always happens to me though, every time before I make a doctor's appointment, like around this time, like November is always the time where I have a lot of issues, like physically. Like everything that happened in the year just hits me today. Mentally or physically, just my body hurts. So I've been streaming for like since June. And then I've been streaming like last year from around this time. And I had the same thing happen to me last time. Like last year was like a diabetes scare, you know. I was scared that I was like low on blood sugar, and I was falling asleep, and I was getting really tired easily. And I just thought it was something. Go to the doctor. And I was perfectly fine. They did every test they could think of. They did all the blood tests. They did everything. I had nothing at all. And then, so this year, I don't know what I'm going to find. I may find something. I don't know. But if I find something, but if they tell me that I'm okay, then, you know, then I must be crazy. And I'm just, honestly, I'm just confused as all hell, is all I can say. My arm hurts. Like it feels weird. Like it feels so weird. Like I feel a pain here. It's like about like at a 2 or 3 right here. And then it just feels like it's exhausted. Like I just carried something heavy. And then, you know, this arm is tired, but that tired feeling never like goes away. If that makes any sense. So basically I played Mario Odyssey yesterday to try to get my mind off of it. And it's just insane. And now I have to memorize so many songs. And it's hard for me to memorize, especially the way that my brain has been acting. I've been practicing for like 3 hours, 4 hours today. And I'm just so, like, I just can't comprehend. I got a few songs memorized. But God, did I take, I took so much. I took so much today. I took so much this year. Wow. So basically, this year has been a decent year. Like if I look at it from an outside perspective and I were to look at it as a third party and whatnot and did not know what was going on internally, this year went by pretty great. It was a great year. Mentally, I wasn't there. Like, because you're never in the moment, you know, especially when you have anxiety or if you have depression or whatever, you're never in the moment. So you're always thinking about what your brain is forcing you to think. But at the same time, if you look at it from an outside standpoint, you realize it wasn't that bad. And then you get mad at yourself, especially if you're depressed, because you're like, why wasn't I smiling? Why didn't I take this in? Because like if you looked at, like, I don't know if any of you guys ever been into a situation where you guys took a camera, like somebody filmed you, but you were depressed at the time. You watch it back later and you get mad at yourself for not smiling or not enjoying the day or not understand. Like, I don't know. We do live in a camera world, so I'm pretty sure it's more common now than it was back then. And it's honestly terrible. See, oh God, no. See, like I'm feeling something like right here. That's just weird. That's not right. So I'm like thinking it's a blockage or something like that. It's so weird. And the pain just constantly shifts, especially when I think about it, it gets more. Like when I acknowledge its presence, it gets more apparent. But when I'm not, it goes away. It's weird. So honestly, I just cannot wait for Tuesday to get here because I just really need to speak to a doctor. So I'm going to ask him if he knows anybody that takes insurance, that takes my insurance, because I got the Obamacare, that can take my Obamacare insurance and can do stuff mentally. And then hopefully when I finally do get that mental health, that Obamacare doesn't go away because I really need it. Like I really, really need it. And hopefully this could all stop. And I can actually go back to being me and for once enjoy the moment without having to constantly worry about what is going to happen or what's not going to happen. Because chances are every aspect of my head is not going to happen. But I hate it. This is why I don't drive. And I realize like how much not driving really affects your life, especially when you live in a place that doesn't have like the subway system of New York, you know, or Chicago. But like here, like in Philly, when I was living in Philly, I was able to go anywhere I wanted. But like here, it's a different story and it's not as easy to get around. Anyway, sorry about the hand movements and stuff, but that's all that happened today. My brain is just constantly, like, I can't even cry, to be honest, anymore. I can't really get upset. I'm just in this neutral zone, which in a way is good. But, ugh. It just sucks. This all sucks. I hate this so much. Anyways, bye.